morning. At this stage of our coop build, we're going to run through how we sheeted the walls with the tin. We put the mesh on for security. We did the gutter to catch the rainwater that's going to supply water to our chickens. And I'll go through and show you what we did on the floor to help prevent foxes getting our chickens, because foxes are our main pest pressure where we live. Hi, I'm Corey. My wife and I are ex-tradies. We live on 100 acres and we're building a 100% off-grid homestead in the wheat belt of WA. I went and picked up the Colorbond sheets for the chook pen. So we're just going to screw them on this morning on this bloody beautiful day. Would you look at it? It's just pristine blue sky. Magic, I tell you. So we've got Colorbond. We are monument in colour because our house is monument, tank's monument, shed's monument. It just makes sense to go monument. What does Colorbond cost? You actually work Colorbond out. Oh, careful there. You actually work Colorbond out on the coverage of the width. So Colorbond comes, the effective coverage width is 760 millimetres, right? And the sheets are however long you order them. We pay $16 a lineal metre for Colorbond, and that is 760 wide. So we've got the sheets, I've got the gutter, bit of gutter here. Now if you want to work that out to a square metre rate, you're going to test me. Hang on. $21 a square metre? Drop it in the comments if I'm right or wrong. We're just going to get my trusty little notepad, which is probably in the toolbox, so I know where these sheets all go, because they're all different lengths. Screw them on. We'll dig the ground out a bit, because the ground's on a slope, so we'll just dig it down a little bit and sit the sheet square in the ground, and then take them up past the steel frame, screw it all off, and then I'll come back with the grinder and we'll just go, and we'll cut the sheets off to the height of the frame. Sound simple? Hopefully. Now for screws, we're just using 10 gauge, 16mm long with a little rubber washer on. And they're drill point, so they drill into the steel. Box of 1,000 cost me $65 something for the box of 1,000. So just buy 1,000 because you don't obviously need 1,000, but then you've just got a box of screws left over that you accumulate in the shed, because I love accumulating stuff. First sheets on top of the stack are for this wall here. So I'm just going to dig out the ground a little. When this is all sheeted, the sheets actually hold everything in square. That's why there's no diagonal braces or anything in it. So the sheets will do that for me. Lovely. That's that side screwed off. Lovely. We'll just backfill that little bit of dirt in. Real nice. Or I can come down here with a mower and mow it, you know. Sorry, didn't. The mesh we've chosen is just galvanised mesh, 50mm by 50mm squares, and it's 4mm diameter wire. These sheets are 2.4 metres by 1.2, so 24 by 12, as we say. Right, so we call it 24 by 12, 50-50 by 4. These are about new $45 each, roughly, depends on where you are. I just got 10 of them to start with, and hopefully that should be enough to get us for all the walls. Let's crack on with mesh. Okay, so all right. Well, that was a little bit of a mission, but the mesh is on. There's 9 sheets, got one left over. Always good to have a little bit extra, rather than be that little bit short. So, next step is roof sheets. Not today, because it's a bit windy. So we'll get Mrs. RP out maybe tomorrow, have a look at them. And I did bribe the chickens with a little bit of food in here, just to try and get them used to making the transition to in here. So when the time comes, we'll basically feed them in the morning in here, and working up to that, we'll do it a few days before. And then when we know they're all in, we'll shut the door and we'll leave them in here for probably 2 or 3 days.
Oh, girls are coming over to say hello. Hey, Summer. Hey, Peanut. Good morning.
Mum, why are you in a cage?
That good? That good?
I like that too. My plan is we're going to grab this big sheet of mesh and put on the bottom. So before we put the mesh in, I might just whippersnipper around the perimeter, because I want to weld the mesh to the perimeter at the bottom. So hopefully we're going to be like fox proof, So we'll do that, and then we'll go get this bit of mesh and drag it in, and then just a bit of sheeting. These little walls down the bottom, and then some roof sheets and a gutter. I'll get the whippersnipper. So we have our trusty whippersnipper. It's just a Stihl FS91 with a harness thing, because I find it very comfortable to wear that as well. It's got a little blade on the end that I made. This one's very worn down, but I got a heap of these laser cut, and they are awesome. Let's see if this thing fires up, Dozer. Alright, this is our sheet of, this is called 41. It's like concrete Rio mesh, 4mm diameter wire, and the squares are approximately 100mm. This sheet is 6 metres by 2.4, and that'll just about do the whole bottom, apart from a little strip on the length side, because I've got another piece up the back, which I'll cut a little bit, so the whole floor is meshed. And there's one more just there. I think that's the only two that I put on. Oh, right, two. Really? You're on the wrong side of the tracks, buddy.
Yeah.
Clear? Okay. What's your bum doing? Alright, we'll just give it a nudge, half a metre. Alright.
I'm not sure.
Got some nice like morning sun coming in here.
Yeah, they like that. Wonder if we should maybe put like a bit of a perch, like a natural wood perch,
along there.
so they can kind of get up and get like the sun sooner rather than later.
Like catch some rays.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how they're sitting. Now I'm just going to go get tech gun, a few screws, start screwing it off. I was making my life easier. It fits perfectly for width, overlapping the next joint. Okay, that's the roof sheets done. Now I'm going to go try and find the stop ends for the gutter and the downpipe spout, and we'll get that on and in. Roof's on, gutters on. Now just this strip and fix this mesh in. I was going to weld the mesh in here, but then Mrs. RP went out and come home with some little gifts. Not like, you know, those emoji things, like a gift with a T. So they're just little clips. They're made to go around mesh, and you tech screw it back to whatever. So I'm just going to put some of them on. I think that's just easy. Put the whole bag. And she brought home 3 of these. Now these are like Tactics brand storage boxes. They're made to be like stackable on top of each other. So we're gonna try these as nest boxes. And they're basically going to go 3 of them on a little metal shelf I'll put along here. However high, I don't know yet, because this is getting built up in concrete, remember? So we're going to copy what we saw on Polyface, Joel Sullivan. So he actually has like a bit of wood that folds down and makes like a perch. So the birds can jump up on the perch and then jump in here, and then at night you fold it up and you keep them out of here. And then we'll also have probably a bit of wood, or maybe some sheet metal, like an angled roof that they can't nest on and, like, you know, poop in here at night. So hoping that'll kind of be the nest box answer. And, you know, they're plastic, they're easy enough, they'll be removable, just so we can hose them out and wash them and, you know, put fresh bedding in there. Good find. Now let's get some of these clips on. So basically I'm just getting the clip, putting it over the mesh. Hopefully you can see that. Is that good? Alright, I'll get a tech screw. And I'm just going to push this down, push the mesh down as far as I can, and put a tech screw like as low as I can. Get another tech screw and just put through down there, and that'll just kind of, that locks it down nice and low. They're like, I'm trapped. It's a whole door there. So I'm just going to work my way around with those little clips and hold this mesh down to the bottom. Then I've got to weld a piece of mesh over the roof here, just the same mesh as this, up there. Then we got some corner flashings to measure on all the corners to do like here and around the roof. And a little flashing on the edge here, kind of like a little eave overhang. And flashings on this edge here as well, like a little 50 by 50 or whatever, to cover that up and like cover all the corners up so it looks nice and neat. And then we're going to pop a door on it, do a little header of tin and then pop a door on it, and then we'll be at lock-up. If you want to check out part 1 of the build and how we built the frame and welded the mesh on, check that out up there. See you on the next one.